New day. In this one, we're going to talk about WrestleMania XL, and I'm going to share the matches I'm excited for, because there are some matches I'm excited for, and in this video, we're going to talk about those matches. So, match number one that I'm excited for is Bayley versus Io Sky. Now, I haven't been watching the daily programming of WWE, but I've been watching the YouTube videos of WWE. And I know that there's a WWE network as well. And I also know that WWE is coming to Netflix in the future. Not yet, but sometime in the future. So, with that said, what I've been following in the Bayley versus Damage Control story is quite cool. And there's a really long YouTube video that you can watch following that storyline. I think it's a really cool storyline. There's also Taylor Swift mentioned at some point. So Io Sky was asked in a press conference if she would have a wrestling match against Taylor Swift. Now, there are some music artists that are going to WrestleMania XL. You never know if Taylor Swift is going to make a guest appearance and then all of a sudden come with her own finisher in the middle of that match to interfere. Who knows? Maybe Taylor Swift will make an appearance. Just realised my do-rag isn't properly on my... Hold on, let me just fix that up. Who knows that Taylor Swift might make an appearance at WrestleMania XL? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Could you imagine? I think she's taller than an Io Sky as well. So she might have to bend to do if she attacks her in that way. Like, she'd have to completely change the form of her body. That's the part of wrestling. So she'd have to go down to her height and then, of course, maybe go to the stomach to wrestle her to the ground. Maybe she's had some wrestling training. Who knows? I don't know. Taylor Swift at WrestleMania XL. Who knows? But anyway, with that said, also Bayley. I think Bayley will turn more babyface, and I think that she might do her whole hug gimmick. I think that might return, even though she's been a really, really, really good heel from what I can see. A heel is a bad guy. A babyface is a good guy. It's basically kind of what it means in WWE. I followed earlier WWE days, so I have a little bit of knowledge. Second match that I'm excited for is the Usos. So the Usos, is that how you say Usos? It's not New Day. It's the Usos. Let's go Us. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's go Us. Right, so the Usos match I'm excited for as well. Brother versus brother, that competitive nature that brothers have naturally is being taken to the extreme, as it should be at WrestleMania. You've got Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. I'm excited for it because both of these two are really good wrestlers. So I want to see what they do when they're up against each other. They've been tag champs many times against the New Day, hence why I mentioned New Day earlier on, because the second match that I'm excited for is kind of a part of that story in a way, because that, you know, relates to it from what we used to watch in that era of wrestling at that point, where the tag team titles were at the forefront of the WWE at that point, because I think that at that point, that's the titles that we were watching at that point, when you had the Usos versus the New Day. That era, that was just pinnacle, and you can see that from previous WrestleManias when that was happening. Of course, you also had the Universal Championship at that time, which goes into the next match that I'm excited for. Of course, the pinnacle of WWE at this point in time. You have the first night main event. It's going to be Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus the final boss, The Rock, and the big dog, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So that matchup is going to be a really cool match. Of course, Roman Reigns is on the top of his game right now. The Rock has now come in as a member of TKO, hence the name, the final boss, and he has been putting in the work leading up to this WrestleMania. It's been really cool. We've had a slap at a press conference that was really, really set it off. That's what set it off really for me, and I started to pay more attention as to what was going on. And then, of course, you had the tribal chief chiming in and making his impact as well, just stamping his authority on his position as the Universal Champ. Baby, it's been going off in WWE, and we've had, of course, blood spilled as well, going back to the old formula of the WWE. So let's see how this goes down with that tag match that will decide how the second night main event will go down. If Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins manage to come out with a win in that matchup, then the Bloodline cannot interfere with the main event of the second night. Of course, Solo Sikoa is also a deciding factor as to what will happen if the Bloodline are allowed to be at ringside. Of course, Jimmy and Jey Uso could also interfere, but if they have their battle to go with as well, which ties into the main event, because of course, if those two aren't vibing, it could decide whether Jimmy or Jey is on which and so side. I say Jimmy and Jey because even though Jey is currently not on the side, he's not siding with the Bloodline, you never know what could happen in that matchup to make Jey also not side with the Bloodline. Because the whole point of trying to take down the Bloodline is you need to divide and conquer. Now, they are family. It's hard to divide a family, you know what I mean? But some wrestlers have managed to do that. Hence why main event Jey is currently not on the Bloodline side. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that goes down. Of course, The Rock can also interfere in that matchup if the Bloodline are allowed to interfere in that match with Bloodline rules. Now, we're talking about Bloodlines. Cody Rhodes also has a Bloodline, and maybe Goldust could also make an appearance and shatter some dreams of the Bloodline. Who knows who could interfere with that match if Bloodline rules is what happens. I don't know. But of course, the main family, the Bloodline that is currently holding on to the WWE, hoisting the WWE to new heights, are really going to be hard to take down if Cody Rhodes is going to do that in the main event of WWE Wrestlemania XL Wrestlemania 40. Who knows? The fan of that device has now calmed down. I decided to do this video separately because I made another video outdoors and wanted to see how both of them perform. So this is what I'm excited for in WWE Wrestlemania XL Wrestlemania 40. That is within a few days from this video. I'm also uploading more videos. Don't forget to check them out. This one is going up raw, no edits, no cuts. Let's go. YouTube, I'm here, baby. Didn't have my headphones on for this one. See you later. I hope the mic worked. That's the reason why I wear the headphones, because I plug it into the mic so I can hear what's being said back, if there's any feedback, or if that fan's too loud, or so I can hear myself speak. Yo! Let's go!